savage seas, with ne'er a fear of drowning, and gladly ride the waves of life, if you will marry me. No scorching sun or freezing cold will stop me on my journey, if you will promise me your heart and love me for eternity. My dearest one, my darling dear, your mighty words astound me, but I've no need for mighty deeds when I feel your arms around me. But I would bring you rings of gold, I'd even sing you poetry, and I would keep you from all harm if you would stay beside me. I have no use for rings of gold, I care not for your poetry, I only want your hand to hold, I only want you near me. La 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 la. listen sweetly, hope for the dancing in the tree. Through all of sorrows and the lights, I'll keep you laugh inside me. I'll swim in the silver savage sea with never fear of drowning, and gladly ride the waves so wide if you will marry me.
Calloused walls were raised to bear the weight I did not take. Too slow were my senses. Lost their way, disconnected. Only silence remained, holding my breath in the dark, gasping for air with the lungs of a lark. So warm was your welcome, humble in its embrace. Tell me, just how did you save me? Pull me up from the grave. Though my youth did mislead, I would retreat to you, right back to your arms, with my spirit aglow, where the pains of the past exit and mass through you, too lost when we part, with the lungs of a lark. Cold have I calloused, but these walls are coming down.
Carved into sand, we formed a plan, using the branches you found near the beach. You showed me dreams I couldn't conceive, not until you described them to me. They were my mage, brought into my stage, weaving those spells that would captivate me. carrying my mind along for the ride with the stories that made me believe. Might I embody to be fit brand new lenses on me. The water was cold up to my throat. Gasping, I found it was so hard to breathe. You calmed my nerves more than I deserved. When you passed your arms around me, I hardly moved, yet I soared through feelings and memories I'll never describe. But what I can say is that warmth you gave cleared the mountains of thoughts from my mind. Might we evolve to be caused an expansion so free? Songs that were sung remain as ghosts in the stairs and the walls. As my hands lose grip, we might just sit to take in the colors of fall. With these frail bones, we can still go back through these photos, moments of life, snapshots we lived. We were once kids, holding both hands in the night. Brought such an angel to me. Are everything to me. If I could save time in a bottle, the first thing that I'd like to do is to save every day till eternity passes away, just to spend them with you. If I could make days last forever, if words could make wishes come true, I'd save every day like a treasure, and then again I would spend them with you. But there never seems to be enough time to do the things you want to do once you find them. I've looked around enough to know you're the one I want to go through time with. If I had a box just for wishes and dreams that had never come true, the box would be empty except for the memory of how they were answered by you. But there never seems to be enough time to do the things you want to do once you find them. I've looked around enough to know you're the one I want to go through time with.
It was just two lovers sitting in the car, listening to Blonde, falling for each other. Pink and orange skies, feeling super childish, no Donald Glover. Missed call from my mother, like, where you at tonight? Got no alibi. I was all alone with the love of my life. She's got glitter for skin, my radiant beam in the night. I don't need no light to see you shine. It's your golden hour. Oh, you slow down time in your golden hour. We were just two lovers, feet up on the dash, driving nowhere fast, burning through the summer. Radio on blast, make the moment last. She got solar power, minutes feel like hours. She knew she was the baddest. Can you even imagine falling like I did? For the love of my life, she's got glow on her face, a glorious look in her eyes, my angel of light. I was all alone with the love of my life. She's got glitter for skin, my radiant